Hello, I'm ALLIE DUZETT, and this is Clearing the Insecurity Anxiety Pathway. Clearing this pathway will require 6 images. The first one is of an earthquake, a house falling apart. You can go ahead and close your eyes if you like. Everything seems unstable. It's very overwhelming. There are big feelings of paralysis, gotta run, gotta hide, everything's falling around you, running and hiding, still terrified and feeling like there's no escape from the shaking. It's like this earthquake has gone on forever. It's going to go on forever. Terror, shock, horror, fear, 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 all on a loop. And now at this time, releasing that loop, go ahead and breathe it out with a deep breath. You can tap on your eyebrows, releasing that with a deep breath. And ending this earthquake, escaping from the rubble. Imagine it as the land stops shaking and all of a sudden, it's calm and it's quiet, and it's almost disorienting because you can't remember the last time things were so calm. And you look around and you see that the things around you are kind of destroyed, but it's okay, and you feel very calm about it. And you just calmly make your way out of the rubble, and you're out under the blue sky, and it's okay, and there's green grass and birds, and you realize that this earthquake was really just happening in your own house and not anywhere else, and now you're out of that earthquake house, and it's safe to feel calm and safe to feel safe. Breathing that in, and now tapping on your eyebrows, blinking back and forth, taking your good deep breaths. Keep tapping and breathing and blinking until you feel this clear. If you need to, pause it right here, and otherwise we'll continue. The second image is a map that is completely inscrutable. No matter which way you turn it, you can't read it. Looking at this map, turning it this way and that, there's this sinking feeling of despair and despondency and feeling insecure. This feeling of, oh, not safe, not safe, not safe. Which way do I go? Feeling paralyzed at decisions and forks in the road, never sure which way to go. Always full of doubt no matter what the choice is. Feeling a big sense of betrayal, feeling betrayed by actually everything, like everything ever, and feeling like there is nowhere to turn, nothing to trust. I've been betrayed. This map isn't even helpful. And it just hurts. Like at the bottom of everything, it just is hurt. It feels so sad and just hurt. And so go ahead and hold some space for that in your heart. Just breathe and let that hurt vent out. Let whatever emotions are tied to this event or this symbolic image just vent out and breathe it out. And take your deep breaths. Tap on your eyebrows and blink. And let it go. You could pause here and just keep letting it go, or else we can move on. The third image is an angry authority figure that is threatening. There's a big person stomping around, very scary. It has a feeling of like a parent or like a person in charge of a child. And it's like the child, the inner of us, is feeling very unsafe and very insecure. And there's this thought of, this person is supposed to be my protector, and instead they're scaring me and hurting me. There are these instances of abuse, and we're just going to close our eyes and honor it as these different experiences begin to flow. And we remember it's safe to let them flow out. They are not happening in real time. We're just venting them out very safely for the body, putting in a program that the body is releasing everything very gently and very safely. And you can imagine these images of past abuse, either that have happened to you, things that you've witnessed, things that may have happened to your ancestors that you've inherited these epigenetic memories, and allowing these things to heal as they flow down a river, imagining these images on a river. And as they pass this one beautiful rock that kind of sticks out of the river, this rock heals them. And the water on the other side is clear, and these images are gone. And so just imagining that. And you can pause here and continue imagining that until no more of these images come up in your mind. So you can go ahead and pause and imagine these things flowing through. Pulling up all the emotions of shame, feeling guilty and like it is all my fault that people hurt me. There's nowhere safe for me. It must be because I am bad, that things don't work out for me and I am insecure. Releasing that, washing that out, washing out that despair. And the next image is tied to this, and it's a lion's den, and it's being fed to the lions. A feeling of martyrdom, feeling overwhelmed, but at the same time, this understanding of like, it must be my fault. They said it was my fault. The people I trust are feeding me to the lions, and it must be my own fault. This feeling of there's no one to trust, sorrows, heartaches, crying, panic, insecurity, nothing is safe, and now I'm going to suffer extreme pain. And so once again, imagining that river with that rock, and we're going to imagine all of the images associated with our extreme pain associated with this image, linked to insecurity and on this pathway and anywhere else in the body that is ready to flow out very safely. And imagine those images on that river, and as they pass that healing rock, the water is just clear, and the trauma is clear from you, and you breathe it out. And now we're going to clear both of these images. So just breathe and tap. Releasing it all 100%, washing it out and healing it up with pure white perfect light. Reestablishing healing connections that may be missing. You can pause here and continue breathing and tapping. You may want to watch this image or this video several times. I do recommend that. The fifth image is of a war with two armies. And you're in one of the armies and you look down at your sword and you just realize like, holy crap, this is not going to save me. This is not going to be enough. I can't defend myself. Feeling very hopeless and defenseless and insecure, but also very panicked because like the war is happening right now. And there's this terror. People are going to chop me up and I won't be able to stop them. It's inevitable. There's no hope. I can't survive this. It's not even worth trying. And so breathing into the body, just breathe in. We're teaching the body what hope feels like. I know what hope feels like. I know how to be safe to feel hope. I choose to allow hope into my life. Breathing in hope. Putting in a divine perspective on this experience and reimagining this, where you look down at your sword and you realize, oh yeah, I have a sword. I am awesome with this sword and I'm going to totally kick some butt. And I'm a powerful warrior. I'm surrounded by powerful warriors. And imagine as you look around on this battlefield and you suddenly realize, wow, I'm surrounded by my best friends. We're totally going to kick butt. We're just fine. And there's this sense of teamwork, camaraderie, and power and fearlessness. And you're able to just go and take care of this situation, and it's an easy victory. Breathing in that new story of an easy victory, and just go ahead and tap, 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 tap on your forehead, blinking back and forth, up and down, side to side, diagonally, blinking and doing your deep, powerful breathing. Releasing this 100%, washing it out and letting it go. The sixth image is of wide eyes, and there is no food. There's no food in the house. And there's a child looking in the pantry, and there's nothing, and there's this huge terror. Food insecurity, but it's more than just food, it's everything. There's not enough for me. There's never enough for me of anything. I must feel insecure all the time. And it kind of skips ahead to visions of later in life when there is enough, but there is still this plague of feelings of not enough. And it manifests in different ways, maybe binge eating, compulsive spending. Whenever there is enough, using it all up out of insecurity. What if there's not enough tomorrow? I'd better use it all up today. And there's a bunch of sorrow at spending life this way, guilt and shame over it, and a need for divine perspective. So putting in that new perspective that there is enough. And maybe in the past there wasn't always enough, but there is enough. There is enough for you now. And it is possible to feel like there's enough, and breathing that in, I choose to feel like there's enough. Big terror and panic coming up. Big resistance, generational, releasing that generational resistance. Tap, 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 blink, 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 breathe, breathe, breathe. Releasing that all. You may want to watch this image several times, but releasing that out and putting in a new story of opening that pantry, and there's plenty. And instead of binge eating the food that represents there being enough, it's just so easy to just take one thing and eat it and enjoy it and savor it and just go back to life. It no longer needs to be an obsession. Releasing that obsession with not enough and putting in a very calm sense of there's enough. There's always been enough. I've made it this far. I will continue to have enough. It's okay. Breathing that in. Washing out this pathway. It's like a water slide. We're going to flush that water slide, making sure it's flowing in the correct direction, healing the outside of it, washing out any residual trauma and blockages, making sure it can reinstall very safely. And now with a deep breath, tapping, breathing, reinstalling. Inviting anything in the body that could leave through this pathway now to exit very safely and calmly. And hopefully you'll be feeling lighter and lighter. And now we're going to ground and just close our eyes and imagine ourselves growing roots into the center of the earth and out 5 miles in every direction. Breathing that in, healing it up. I do invite you to watch this video several more times for best results, and I hope that you have a great day.